Last month in January, I did a January TBR to pick my January TBR. I don't know why that was the intro that I used, but whatever. Okay, anyways, I used this TBR jar, which is filled to the brim with prompts. There are literally enough prompts for me to choose any book here. Okay? Is that making sense? Okay. Also, I have my handy dandy reading journal, and inside of my reading journal, guys, I do know English. Okay, calm down. Inside my reading journal, every book that is on this cart is in my reading journal so that I can kind of easily go through the books and figure out like what books to get, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyways, same as last month, I had all these prompts in this jar and I ended up moving them into a bag, this bag. And I'm going to do that again because once again, this jar is still full and I just feel like I don't get to mix it up. It feels like some of the prompts don't have equal opportunity to be chosen. So we're going to go ahead and put these prompts in this bag. The prompts are in the bag. Okay, now I can choose the prompts. If you are interested in knowing what books are on this, you are more than welcome to go look at the January TBR jar picking video 1. Okay, you are more than welcome to look at that because I'm not going to go through these books again. It is kind of a hassle and I don't feel like it's important enough for a video to do like every single video, if that makes sense. But if you are like, actually, you should be going through these books every single month so that we know what books are on your cart. Please don't be mad at me. Please don't do that to me. Please don't suggest that. Okay. Anyways, let's pick our prompts. So I do have a book for my book club already, and it's this one right here. So this is our book club book. It is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. We're very excited to read it. And so we're all going to read this book, and then we're going to talk about it in the Discord server. You're more than welcome to join the Discord server. I love our Discord and book club. But yeah, that's our book for February to read. And so that's already a prompt, or a book. That's already a book. And I am going to choose 7 prompts. So let's choose. First prompt, a retry, a book previously tried. Oh, I feel like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Like, I feel like this would be a good one because I did try it. I got 100 pages in and I did enjoy it. I just, kind of set it down and then never picked it back up. So we'll try this. This will be prompt number 1. Very simple. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Perfect. That's fun. Prompt number 2. Okay, prompt number 2. Published before 2010. Oh, okay. That's going to be like an older book. Before 2010. Oh gosh, don't fall. When was this published? 2008. Okay. The Way of Shadows was published in 2008. Might be an option. I don't know why, but A Time to Kill, I think this was published in like the 90s. 1989. Okay, A Time to Kill was published in 1989, definitely before 2010. And then we also have Midnight by Dean Koontz. Okay, I kind of want to do Midnight by Dean Koontz. This was published in 1989 as well. And I think I want to do this one because it's been in my TBR previously and I just never got around to it. But I do want to get around to it. It's kind of chunky, but I don't know. I do want to read this. So we'll add that. Okay, we'll do that one. Prompt number 3. Lit fic. Okay, a literary fiction book. Would Wuthering Heights be like a literary fiction? Like, I know it's a classic, but like, would we consider that literary fiction? We have Lessons in Chemistry. I think this is literary fiction, correct? I do wish it would say like on books, like the genre. That would make things so much easier. But I can look up if it's literary fiction. Hold on. Okay, so Wuthering Heights is technically literary fiction. Okay. Lessons in Chemistry is a historical fiction. Oh, I did not know that. We're going to go with Wuthering Heights. This will be our third book. Fourth pick! Yay! And I'll go through like what all the books are about like afterwards when I pick all the books, okay? Well, we are going to talk about them. Don't worry. I'm just picking them right now. A book that is now a movie or show. Okay. Okay. Redeeming Love is a movie. Twilight. I could do Twilight. Is it time to do Twilight? That's the question. Let's do it. Let's just do Twilight, guys. Let's do Twilight. I love Twilight. It's one of my favorite book series. So, I mean, why not? We'll do Twilight. This is for the fifth prompt. Okay, fifth prompt. Dual POV. Okay. Dual POV. I'm trying to see if there are books that are like I already know are dual POV. Is Rebel Witch? I can't remember. I feel like it was. It is. Dual POV. Okay, we'll do Rebel Witch for dual POV. Just 2 more prompts. We have a lot of like fantasy going on here. Okay. A quest or journey. Oh my gosh, this is like another... Like, I'm not doing good, guys. A quest or a journey. Oh. We'll do Kill the Farm Boy. This is literally about a quest. So it's like Monty Python. And it's really funny. Last prompt, and then we will talk about our books. Okay, prompt number 7. Prompt number 7. Book around food. Book around food? I'm assuming this is a book like food is like a huge part of it. So, I think maybe a Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. Like that is literally food. Bakers and Magic. Ooh, there's cover art. That's cute. Or like whatever art. All right, that's all of our prompts that we have picked for February. So we have 8 books here. Let's go through them. Okay, first let's start off with our book club for February. This is Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. And this book, The Nightingale, tells the stories of 2 sisters separated by years and experience, by ideals, passion, and circumstance, each embarking on her own dangerous path toward survival, love, and freedom in German-occupied, war-torn France, a heartbreakingly beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the durability of women. It is a novel for everyone, a novel for a lifetime. Oh, okay. So this book is a historical fiction, which is kind of Kristen Hanna's like entire repertoire is just, she writes a lot of historical fiction. It's really good. So I read The Great Alone already by her, and that was fantastic. I loved it last year. So I'm excited. This is our book club pick, which we will be discussing in the Discord. You guys are more than welcome to join us. And then we have our next prompt was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And the prompt was a retry, a book that I have previously tried. And this book, as much as I could remember, it was about a girl who basically made a deal with death because she didn't want to die. And she was like, I don't want to die. And he was like, great, I can make it so that you don't die. And she was like, great, let's do that. The only problem is that no one remembers her, like at all. Nobody remembers her. And it's really sweet. It is kind of marketed as a romance because there is like a little bit of a romance in here between her and somebody. I don't know. But I haven't gotten that far yet. But yeah, it's kind of spooky. At the beginning part, at least, was a little on the spooky side. So I'm excited, though, to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. The next prompt that we got was a book written before 2010, and this book came out in 1989, which is the year I was born, which is crazy. So this book is called Dean Koontz. It's called That's not what this book is called. This book is by Dean Koontz, and it's called Midnight. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you what the book is about on the back. However, I have read Dean Koontz before when I was younger. I used to be obsessed with him. I personally feel like he's a lot better of an author than Stephen King. If you're looking for something that's like horror, sci-fi, that stuff that like Stephen King likes to write, Dean Koontz was far none, like just so much better in my opinion. So if you're looking for an alternative to Stephen King, let's say you've been reading him and you're like, this guy is just not for me. He feels like a lot of shock value, which is true. Stephen King loves his shock value. I feel like you would really enjoy Dean Koontz because he does not do it for shock value. And there's nothing creepy in his books and inappropriate in his books. Like inappropriate, what I mean, like there's like things that Stephen King puts in his books and people are like, I don't know if that needed to make it in there. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know what this book is about, but I would tell you once I read it, or maybe I can look it up on Goodreads actually. Let me look it up. Let me see if it's available. Even Goodreads, the #1 best-selling classic from Dean Koontz, the master of chilling suspense that will thrill fans of Stephen King. I told you. And the Odd Thomas series. A wealthy tech entrepreneur intending to create superhumans by infecting them with nanotech to assist their physical and mental abilities picks a California town as a secret pilot project, but things go terribly wrong. The citizens of Moonlight Cove, California are changing. Growing numbers of residents harbor a secret so dark it is sure to cost even more lives. Some are losing touch with their deepest emotions. Others are surrendering to their wildest urges. And the few who remain unchanged are absolutely terrified, if not brutally murdered in the dead of the night. Survivors face a terror beyond the darkest realms of human nature. Tessa Lockland and Sam Booker team up with natives Chrissy Foster and Harry Talbot to combat the evil that threatens the community. Tessa Lockland comes to town to probe her sister's seemingly unprompted suicide. Independent and clever, she meets up with Sam Booker, an undercover FBI agent sent to Moonlight Cove to discover the truth behind the mysterious deaths. They meet Harry Talbot, a wheelchair-bound veteran who has seen things from his window that he was not meant to see. Christy Foster, a resourceful 11-year-old running from her parents who have suddenly changed and in whom darkness dwells, joins them. Together they begin to understand the depth of evil in Moonlight Cove and make a stand against darkness and terror. Like, come on. I'm so excited about that. Like, I'm so excited about that. Okay, and then we have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I do want to read this because the movie is going to come out. I think it comes out in March. And I do want to see it, but unfortunately, I probably won't see it in theaters. I will probably see it at home. But Wuthering Heights is about a woman and this man. His name is Heathrow, and he is... In the book, it doesn't really tell you his race, but it's kind of assumed that he is like a gypsy of that area, like that he's like Roman type of a gypsy because he's dark skinned, but he wouldn't have been black. I don't know if you remember that TLC show, My Gypsy Life. I think it was called My Gypsy Life or something like that. They were all gypsies. Anyways, so yeah, he's like the Esmeralda of his time, and she is white. So enough said. Already issues. And they fall in love, although he kind of has a temper, like a bad temper. It's a very toxic romance. This is not a love story, not even close. And if anybody looks at this and is like, wow, how romantic, I need you to call someone like right now, because it's not a romance. I don't know why it's being marketed as a romance. It's not. It's a very toxic book. And so toxic that Emily Bronte's sister actually said that the male character should have never been created, should have never been put into words, because that's how evil he is. Like, it's a very violent man. Anyways, Wuthering Heights. What was the prompt for this one again? I forgot. Already, I forgot. It was, literary fiction. Yep. Which is kind of a boring prompt. I'm assuming I was running out of ideas and just was like, literary fiction. Anyways, The next prompt that we have is a book that was turned into a movie, and we have Twilight. If you are not familiar with Twilight, it is about this teenage girl who moves from Arizona to Forks, Washington. And in moving, her name's Bella, by the way. In moving, she moves in with her dad. So her mom like is in Arizona. Anyways, she moves in with her dad. She starts going to this high school, and she meets this boy. His name is Edward, and he is a vampire. So it is about their romance. It is a romance book. This one is a romance book, but it is about their romance. If you don't know Twilight, then I would love to meet you, because how do you not know Twilight? It's the best book ever. I love this book. Anyways, Twilight. And then the next book that we got in our prompts was Dual POV. And I picked The Rebel Witch. I read Heartless Hunter, I think 2 or 3 years ago. Oh no, it would have been 2 years ago. And I read it and it was fine, but I literally cannot remember 90% of that book. I remember she was a witch, he was a witch hunter. She was a girl, he was a boy. Can I make it any more obvious? Anyways, she was a witch, he was a witch hunter. And they start dating, but they both think that the other one like actually does want to be in the relationship. So they're pretending to want to be in the relationship for that person to like keep them going. Cause like, they're like, this person's totally into me. I'm not into them, but they're definitely into me. So they start like courting each other. But then like pretty quickly into the book, like literally like date number 2, they're both like, oh, actually, I think I do have feelings with this person. It's been 2 hours and I think I'm in love. It's kind of, I don't know. Anyways, the ending was crazy. So this is the last book in the duology, because it's just a duology. And right? It is a duology, right? I'm pretty sure it's a duology. Pretty sure it's a duology. Like, I am 42% sure this is a duology. Anyways, so yeah, I'm excited to finish possibly the duology. If it's not a duology, please tell me that down below. Just be like, yeah, it's a duology, or no, girl, it's not a duology. Anyways, Rebel Witch. Okay, great. And then we have our next prompt was, a quest or journey. So yeah, this is Kill the Farm Boy. And this is once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, a hero, the chosen one, was born. And so begins every fairy tale ever told. This is not a fairy tale. Or that fairy tale. There is a chosen one, but he is unlike anyone who has ever been chosen. And there is a faraway kingdom, but you have never been to a magical world quite like the land of Pell. There, when a quest goes painfully awry, it's up to a talking goat, a mighty warrior who resents her chainmail bikini, an assassin with the fear of chickens, and a cursed fuzzy-tailed bard to set everything aright. Beset by evils and the Dark Lord Toby, this intrepid company journeys toward the most peculiar, happily ever after that ever once upon a time. This is like a laugh out loud funny fusion of Monty Python-esque humor and whimsy a la Terry Pratchett's Discworld by Kirkus Reviews. Anyways, I'm excited. This looks really funny. And yeah, I think this is like Monty Python meets The Princess Bride. Oh, here we go. Dawson and Hearn's reimagining of a traditional fairy tale is reminiscent of William Goldman's The Princess Bride and William Steig's Shrek. So it's a mix of The Princess Bride and Shrek. There you go. With a little bit of Monty Python humor. I'm excited for this one. It seems cute. It seems funny. And then the last book that we got was a book that revolved around food. And we have The Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. I do know what this one is about. This is about a girl. She is human, has no magical powers. And she's a baker. And one of her orcs, I think, like her orc friends, signs her up for this baking competition. The only problem is that she doesn't have magical powers, but every other baker does. And so she's competing, and yeah, she's got to prove her talent. And she's just in this baking battle. It's fun, okay? It's fun. And I do love a good baking competition. I watch the Ultimate Baking Competition like every year, especially the holiday one. I love the Christmas baking competitions. It's so fun. So anyways, this is a Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. These are all the books that I will be reading in February, or at least trying to read in February. Sorry, they were falling. And I'm excited. It looks kind of like a theme, really. It looks like a theme. February is a shorter month and we're already like 7 days into it. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see if I even get to all of these. I probably won't. But there's definitely a few that are definitely like a must for me. Like I really, really, really want to get to them. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm excited. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you're reading for this February. And yeah, I will. Oh, they all fell. Oh, okay. They fell again. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thank you. Bye.